Hello, my cookies. Welcome. Welcome to Russell Cooks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, I have an amazing show. I got an amazing recipe here. Absolutely love it. When you think French cooking, you think butter, cheese. This is all of that and more. This is like French Alps, going skiing. You need the energy for the day. So you're going to make this. It's called Tartiflette. Now this, it's potatoes, it's bacon, it's creme fraiche, it's butter, it's onion, and it's a double cream cheese. So good. It's amazing. Let's get the base recipe down. Let's get cooking. This thing's delicious. I'm excited to eat it, and it's relatively quick. First things first, we got to gather our ingredients. I have 4 pounds Yukon Gold yellow potatoes. Bottle of wine, if you're using it, I suggest it. Get one from the Savoy region of France. An onion, garlic, creme fraiche. Got a double cream brie. If you can get reblochon cheese, those are double cream as well. Those are fantastic here. Some butter, some bacon. I have about 12 ounces here. A pound would be ideal. And if you have the recipe, maybe 8 ounces. Optional, pickled mushrooms. I'm also going to use a little bit of thyme. This isn't technically traditional, but I like how it is in this dish. Now that we got our ingredients, let's get cooking. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut up my bacon into lardons. And this just means strips. Really easy. Take the bacon out, cut it into strips, and get in my pot. I'm doing maybe 1/4 inch, upwards of a 1/2 inch is fine. Remember, they shrink significantly when they cook. You still want to feel the texture of the bacon. Let's get that in the pot. So I have my lardons in a Le Creuset cast iron pot. I'm going to turn on medium heat, starting it cold. I'm going to render out the fat. I'm going to cook them up till they're nice and crispy. It's 5 to 10 minutes. Well, let's do the triple camera.
Triple camera.
I've also preheated my oven to 400 degrees, upper mid rack. I want the top to get as crusty brown as possible. So I raised the rack up as high as I can go and still fit my dish. Let's cut up this onion. I got a large onion here. You can do 2 smalls, that's fine. Now for the potatoes, you can absolutely peel them. I'm not peeling 4 pounds of potatoes. The skin is fine for me. I scrubbed them. I gave them a good scrub, so we're good to go. I'm just gonna cut them up. This is like medium dice. You know, like I said, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Our bacon's getting there. You want it nice and crisp. We got all our golden potatoes diced up nicely here. Let's finish up this bacon. It's not all crisp, but we got maybe 70% of it nice and crisp. Let's go for a couple more minutes. All right, yes. Look at all this delicious, crispy bacon. I don't want anything to burn. Turn your heat down to medium-low if you're getting a little worried. I've been hovering around medium-low this whole time. Time for the onions. You want to cook these until they're softened, maybe starting to turn a little brown. That's going to take about 5 minutes. While we're waiting, I am going to cut up 6 tablespoons of butter. I know you were all worried. You're like, French dish, we haven't added butter yet. You didn't add it with the bacon. What's the deal, Russell? Hold your horses. It's coming up. All right? It's going to make it good. The bottom is sticking a little bit. I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of wine here. And I'm just going to scrape up all the brown bits here. Perfect. I don't want any burning. Now it's time to add my butter. We're going to let that melt. Once that's melted, we're going to add our potatoes. Let's add our potatoes now. 4 pounds potatoes. Keep the heat on medium. You want them to start soften. That's going to take about 5 minutes. Stir them up. Start with a teaspoon of salt. You can always add salt later. The bacon can be pretty salty, so don't do 2 teaspoons of salt. Let's cover this. 5 minutes. We'll let them soften. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to prep my brie. Now, the important thing is to scrape off as much mold as you can. I'm probably going to cut off the rind myself. If you like eating the rind, most people do, you can leave it on, that's fine. Just scrape off some of the white mold. It kind of can muddy things up. This one doesn't have as thick a rind. Now we're going to cut it. Really keep it shape. Let's get back into shape. Let's mash it back into shape here. Get this on a plate. Now it's time to add the wine. We've softened our potatoes. I'm going to add about 2 cups of wine. Again, if you have this recipe, only add a cup. Let's give it a taste. We got our 2. Let's scrape up Any browning on the bottom here? We got 2 cups of wine. We got flavorful browning. I'm gonna add a little bit of thyme in here, not too much. This is optional, it's not traditional. All right, now we're gonna cook this medium-high heat, and you really want all the wine to kind of get absorbed here. I'm just gonna cover it partially, let it keep cooking for about 5 minutes. The wine's pretty much gone, turned off the heat. It's time to get my creme fraiche in. I'm just gonna add this whole thing, this is 8 ounces. You're gonna wanna prep your baking dish that everything is gonna go into. Simply take your spray and spray it down. This, for me, will help prevent anything sticking and burning significantly. But I'm also going to take a clove of garlic. I'm gonna smash it. I'm just gonna rub it all over. Why? Because it's tradition. I don't think it's gonna do much here. So I think it's perfectly optional. Adding garlic without adding garlic. There we go, creme fraiche in here. Woo! Let's get our dish over here. Layer potatoes, cheese, let's go. Should've got more cheese. Don't worry, the top is what matters here. Yeah, it'd be so much easier if it was in one pan. Now, we bake it. My oven is 400 degrees, upper mid rack. I'm gonna bake it until it's done. It's gonna be about 20 minutes, let's say 15 to 25 minutes. Want a golden crusty on top. So let's do it. It's been about 25 minutes. I'm about to pull my tartiflette out of the oven. Let's see how it is. Hopefully we got some decent browning on top. Oh yes, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest, I didn't peek.
Sussy baka.
Look at this. Look at it. It's sizzling. We got some crusty brownness. Look at this cheese. It's just melted, but it's kind of held its shape. Oh, goodness. Woo-wee. Time for my favorite part. It's the tasting. I have some pickled mushrooms here. They are traditional to be served with this. Crusty bread is fantastic. Cornichons as well. You don't even need them. Just eat this. Let's get it on the plate. Oh, it's just crispy, crunchy. Look at that gooey creaminess. And the cheese, I just smell the cheese, that brie. I'll take from the corner here. And the more you let it cool, the tighter it'll firm up. The potatoes will absolutely absorb a little bit of this extra liquid. I can't wait. I need to dig in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm weak in the knees again. It's so hot. So good. Just a second. I need to get another bite. Can't talk. This is so good. This is phenomenal. You just hit with the creamy, pillowy kind of potato and just kind of melts in your mouth and turns really creamy. And then you get hit with that bacon fat that it was cooked in. And then right there, kind of melded to that bacon flavor, right on the end of it, it starts to pick up. You get a little bit of that wine. And just carries through. All this beautiful richness just kind of flows in. It's indescribable. It is just delicious. It flows together. It's not like you're falling down steps. This is a slide. This is just a nice, even, smooth deliciousness. Oh my gosh. Such like a gratin. Look at this crispy, creamy cheese here. And the cheese that was down here is completely dissolved up into this brown crispness. The bacon is crisp. Even though it's cooked in liquid, it hasn't softened. It's not chewy. It's not soggy. Let's get a little pickled mushroom in here. But let's just try it. Let's see how it works. It's kind of beautiful. I kind of like that. You get a little bit of that vinegariness from the pickle. That's right on the beginning. And then the richness comes through kind of. The mushroom, it's not like a pickle in the sense that it's like tart. It kind of turns almost kind of meaty, which is nice here. It really complements the meatiness from the bacon and the browning that we got earlier. So I gotta say, it's pretty good. I was actually looking for cornichons because I was like, that's gotta be better than pickled mushrooms. But I gotta say, pickled mushrooms here, serve them alongside crusty bread, soak up all this. It's delicious. Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Take care.